Hey guys, Evan248 here. Welcome to part 2 of Josh-CCLP4, starting off with challenging memory. Uh, I feel like playing stuff right now. And it's raining. I'm taking a break from homework, and this seems like a fairly good place to start. Just playing some Tips Challenge, because it can be kind of relaxing at times. So right now I'm just exploring the area, trying to figure out how to get anywhere. Looks like I can loop this block around. So it looks like this is just going to be sort of like all about buttons. Just with two kinds of buttons giving access to a whole bunch of things, with the occasional other button thrown in. So we're just going to keep going through. I see a teeth. I think I do need him to blow up, so we're going to make him blow up. I hope I need him to blow up and I don't need him alive for something later. So wait, oh wait, okay, wait, there's a green key up there. I didn't see it before. Okay, tanks can be in either state. I think I want them in this state. So it looks like this is where the teeth got lowered through earlier. These thin walls look pretty nice, actually. Good aesthetic. Josh is usually pretty good at that. Okay, so Taco Ban here. Pretty simple one. I do like that it looks like you just want to push them all to one side, but you can't do that. Okay, so I'm gonna switch the tanks once. I don't know why that tank button's there, seeing as you have control over a tank button once you go in here. I can put them in whichever state I want. And then another tank button down there, too, so... It's a little peculiar, if you ask me. So that does exactly what I expected it to do. Looks like it's another little block section, so we'll take care of that now. So I've got another trap open, presumably this one. This isn't a terribly interesting level, honestly. Like, for the most part, it's the same things. Like, I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over here, and I have been for the past, what, 3 minutes? Oh, I take it back, something's varied. Really? This is it? I mean, I know this is a horribly inefficient means of pushing these blocks, but really? And another tank section. Honestly, like, for a level titled Challenging Memory, I get where it's going with the memory title. It's a callback to the CC1 level memory. Let's just push this down there. But it's not that challenging just because it is so linear. So this gets the tanks switching on their own, which they will do for the remainder of the level. And this will take me back to the start, and the toggles are in the right state to let me finish. So challenging memory solved on the first attempt. Moving on to Wishing Well, which I remember this one from the CCLP1 voting packs. Challenging Memory was also in those packs, and I wasn't a fan of it then, so... I don't know, a lot of these early Josh-CCLP4 levels are... That's what I have for trying to be boosting and fancy. But a lot of these early Josh-CCLP4 levels are from his earlier sets, and his earlier sets are definitely not as high quality as the later ones. Which really does, like, these aren't bad levels, so that really does speak to the quality of the later stuff Josh has made. So we're just going to keep moving these blocks through. This is a very straightforward little area. So, alright, looks like I'll get flippers once I'm done with this and have to deal with some gliders while picking up chips. I think if I remember right, the exit is in the top right corner. Top left, top left. So I hope I don't die while dealing with the gliders.
Bummer.
I asked for that. I really do not like the gliders in this level. Like, just really. I was even trying to be careful. And I'm gonna get there faster, so I'm gonna have no idea where the gliders are. I'm just doing different movement with that ice corner just because so many ways of dealing with it are equivalent. Just keeps it interesting for me while I redo the same block pushing I've already done. And this time, let's try not dying. Alright, by going with the flow of the gliders instead of against it, I might be able to survive easily. Let's make sure we don't miss any down here. Get the one that's up at the top. Okay, so the exit's in the top left corner. So gliders will come down. Third column. Okay, so now the gliders aren't bouncing off chips weirdly. And they should be stuck on the outer edge. And they are mostly. You know, I really should learn have learned by now that when I say something is or isn't going to happen, I'm just making it happen. So wishing well complete, moving on to Gameboy. Mash the A and B buttons before the battery dies. I'm just gonna mash this button. So I've seen this level, I remember this level. There's a blob cloner, there's also trap buttons. I'm gonna hit the other button now because I feel like it. So as you can see, we've got blobs. Let's clone a bunch more. Let's see, how many bombs are left? There's still quite a few bombs. Let me out. I got the chip, let me out. I was trying to go back down, let me out! Thank you. So, if I'm correct, yep, that's Gameboy complete. Ooh, Exit Garden. Exit Garden's a really cool level. So there's teeth, and there's exits, and there's chips. And you basically just have to be smart about dealing with the teeth. Like, this is a perfect example of just really, really good aesthetics. Like, it's the erratic, or not so much erratic, but irregular construction of the exits. Yeah, I want both of these going down. So I'm being careful with how I like misdirect these teeth, just because I do not want a pile up from multiple from multiple sides. I don't want to end up being surrounded if I can avoid it. So I've just pretty much got the left side of the level to go. Let's get this chip. There should, alright, 3 left, 2 left, 1 left, and it's down here. Nope. Trapped at the key. I knew that was going to happen, but I couldn't think of any way around it. Okay, so there's the one red lock, so it's kind of far from the key itself. So please don't trap me at the end of the level again. I'm pretty sure I missed some chips closer to the center too. I did. I knew I could get past him, so I did. So where is this one that I missed? I thought I was thorough, but apparently not. Oh, here it is. So let's lower you guys over there. Okay, should be able to get the red key safely and actually move out. Oh, come on. Whatever. I'm pretty sure there's only the 6 teeth, so the fact that I'm past them all is good. Clever sideswipe. Anyway, Exit Garden solved. Moving on to Sardine Production, which is an avalanche style level. Just have to cram the blocks into the room on a kind of tight-ish time limit so that they can all be extracted later. I like these kinds of puzzles. JB's crate packing is like a really good example of this. Like, I remember when I first played crate packing, I had a lot of trouble figuring out how to make it end. This one is a pretty basic sardine can puzzle, though. Drop that block there. Yeah, that's where I want it. Like, just because, did I screw this up? Like, it would be hilarious if I screwed this up after saying it was a pretty basic one. I mean, I know, I'm fine. Yeah, the best way of cramming the blocks in here would be to use the spot under the toggle door. Oh well. Like, I do very much like block rearranging stuff. Anyway, hint says, can you pack a sardine can within the production time? Yes, easily. Moving on to Contagious Cellar. Oh, blob levels. I may not need all the chips, but some of these blobs are definitely worth releasing. Like you, because you'll need to be out of there before the end anyway. So I'm just not going to worry about any sort of strategy here for the first attempt at this. I'm just going to go. Oh, 1 in 3 chance of death because I screwed up. But I survived. Yeah, I'm just trying to exploit the fact that MS blobs are very predictable in when they will move. So I think we're pretty much good on the amount of chips collected with the chosen blobs. Like I'll have to get back over to the top right of the level. But there should be enough free chips that I can solve the level without having to release more blobs. Maybe. Alright, 5 more. That one's safe, that one's safe, that one's safe, that one's safe. Those ones are also safe. So, no blobs in the bottom corner, and we slide. If I'm correct, this should just slide to the exit. Okay, that was nowhere near as bad as I remember it being. I think that was a minus 0.9 too. So, Stone Age. I see some blocks I can use here. Let's just pull that out. See if there's anything I need, anywhere I need to use that. Oh my. So if I release the bug, it'll go around. I'm clearly going to get fire boots at some point. And it'll drown. Okay. But there's also stuff in the water I need, so... Like, while I'm here, let's start bridging across. I'm going to need blocks down there, too? This could be an interesting conundrum with how to use the blocks. And let's make some chaos, maybe. So most of those should go just drown without any further interference. So while the bugs are busy doing that, I'm going to grab some more blocks for the area. Nice. So one more block in there. Then I need to deal with the bottom right. This is half narration of what I'm doing and half reminding myself what I need to do next. Oh, I hate these. I know it's not a 1-move window. It's still the 3-move window. But it's not always... even if you do know which direction monsters move. Like, I always have to stop for a moment to make sure I'm remembering right. So, 1 chip left. Looks like I need 3 blocks no matter how I approach it. I think I left a block back here. That I did. This one's kind of fun. So here's 2 more. So I don't know if there were extra blocks or not. I think there was 1. Fun level though. Very organically designed, but... No, I like this. I like this. Oh, Fiery Fogstorm. So I've played this one. Again, CCLP1 voting. Even though I didn't vote because I wasn't around then. I still played through all the packs. 100% worth it. Even if some of the levels are very frustrating. Anyway, Fiery Fogstorm. All those things that look like floor tiles, they're not. They're invisible walls. So it's a very, very good use of invisible walls just because it doesn't break its own rules. It's very clear. Like everything is either a chip, a fire, a force floor, or an invisible wall. And it's a very nice aesthetic. Even if it can be a little difficult to step off sometimes. I pushed left first, but nothing happened. See, right there is a perfect example, like getting to that lower section. And because I missed, I have to loop back around through here again. There, I got it. That is really difficult, actually. Just because it's inconsistent timing, and you can't hold like you can with that one. So 2 chips left. They should both be in the top right. Yeah, I probably missed it completely there. Oh, come on. Means I have to do 2 more loops. This is the one thing I'm not a fan of with Fiery Fogstorm. Just that you do have to wait so long if you miss something. Like right there, really? So now I don't have fire boots, I just have to stay on the force floors and walk to the exit, which we saw on the bottom right. Still, good level. Just still a little annoying in places. So pole position, use the buttons to get the block to its final destination. As you can see, there's a little path here, and you just have to get the ball around. You even get to check and make sure you're doing it right. And every time you get it around the track, you get a block. Yay! How exciting. I do not like this level very much. So 2 blocks down, 2 to go, and I actually remembered the pattern well enough to get it pretty far. Nice, it's already there. There's no way that was gonna work. That almost worked! Okay. I was mostly just trying to remember the path for the ball that whole time. So next up is next in line. I did not like pole position, honestly. So next in line works by you release them. You alternate releasing monsters. They flip a tank. Tank goes. Tank blows up a bomb. Grants access to the next area. As you could see the ball there for a moment. So there's a lot of waiting for tanks near the start, but overall this is actually a pretty cool level. I do remember playing it. Didn't need to wait there, but it doesn't matter too much. So the big thing to note is when I have a choice, I'm going to be hitting the trap button first, just so that it does release the tank sooner. When I have a choice, that is. You usually don't with this level, but I don't know, it's still a pretty fun one. I'll sit here and show you. So we get the green key next. Have I seen a green lock anywhere? I don't recall. Oh, there's one. How do I get to that? Because this loop doesn't help me. Am I just blind? Was it up by the bug? Ah, it was up by the bug. Okay. I thought I was going to approach from the other side. Alright, so now we've got two choices. Down and up. I'm going to go down first. And it gives me a red key. So look at the red key chip, and I think there's a trap button back there. Yep, and then we'll go up and see what up has to offer. A blue wall maze. So it's typical space-filling maze properties. So, very predictable path. Alright, so that one cloned gliders. I'd rather have a lead than have to not move wrong at all. Yeah, just the fact that I could go through this maze with few mistakes, despite like having not seen it in a very long time, to me is just why I'm careful when I design blue wall mazes to not make them predictable. This is most noticeable in Air Bubble, which is near the end of Ultimate Chip 5, just because I put dead ends everywhere. There's short dead ends everywhere. There's chips aren't always in dead ends. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. There's even a whole path that's completely unnecessary. Or I should say, not unnecessary, but empty of anything. So just to make it so you cannot use typical maze design principles to get through it easily. And that's also important with Air Bubble's gimmick, because it's a blue wall maze with a sort of tight-ish time limit. It's not really that tight. So let's see what we got here. We have a block, we have a trap button, and the last chip should be, and we can see the last 7 chips, so. Oh, you flick it off. I was not expecting to flick it off. Not at all. So what I was trying to do there was use the headbanger rule to halfway and then just not use one of the recessed walls. But I knew it wasn't going to be required. I just felt like doing it. So let's see. Where was the socket? Here it is. Oh, nice. This is a good touch. So the ball actually, that's been going around the entire level, actually drowned. But it's okay, because I can manually hit the thing. Hit the tank button. And there we go. Next in line complete. So next time, I will start by taking on Rumble in the Blocks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.